All right, I'm gonna wait for people. Hello. Oh, I see some familiar faces here. This is awesome. Hi. Great. So, I am here today. I'm really excited to be a part of the float instructor team this coming March in Chicago. And like super humbled and excited that to be chosen to do that. And I'm honored to be a part of the Jamar team for this one. And if you haven't got your tickets yet for a float, I'm going to say it now so I don't forget to say it later. I think there's only 190 tickets left or so. So you're going to want to get on that ASAP if you want to see some amazing instructors. I'm really excited to see Dave Mahoney. He's like, I've never seen him teach, and I'm very excited about that. Confetti Castle's going to be there. Allie from Charming Garlands. Dory Sapool will be there. And so many more. So I hope to see you guys there. But for today, for Teachable Moments with Having a Party, which thank you Having a Party for having me, I'm going to do a flat pack Christmas tree. So I built one back here as like a, make sure that it worked, and it worked really well. I find that a lot of times people have a hard time doing flat pack. So I thought it'd be great to, because there's not a lot of balloons to blow up, we'll blow up the balloons together. And if you have questions, I will probably squint and look at the screen and try to see you and answer any questions that you might have. And we will do it. Okay, so the big thing with flat pack trees is that it's a set of 11s or 16s and then 5-inch balloons. So 2 and 2, and then a 4-pack, 2 and 2, and a 4-pack. And I find that a lot of times people have a really hard time when it comes to stacking them. So let's do that together. It's great for small spaces that you have like a thin space, things like that you can't fit like a fully round tree. And I will give you all the measurements, and we will get this started. And I'll make sure to post the measurements on my Instagram after this, and we'll put a picture and make it happen. Okay, so I like to do the base as a 5-pack, so we're using Jamar Shiny Gold. And I pre-sized everything on this really amazing sizing box that Dante Longe used to sell, that I heard maybe he might sell again. So I'm sure if you message him and tell him to start selling them again, we will we'll see them again, and maybe we could get them in pink, because I don't know. I talked to Lily about it too, and we decided that pink would be really nice. So the bottom layer here is 7 inches. I have a Precision Air V5, so this is like a, I don't want to say an older model premium common, but I've had it for 8 years and it's still like chugging along. So on this Precision Air, we are going to be going to 0.6 with 11-inch balloons, sizing at 7 inches. So when you do a 5-pack, you're doing a set of 2 and a set of 3. And what I like to do is that before I tie my third one on, I hold the 2. And then I tie my third to the 2 just to make it a little bit easier. So now you have a 3 and a 2. And I think you can see me stack it from here. And you're just going to twist it on and push it down. So that's your first layer of 3. Then I'm going to do 6 inches, which is 0.4 on my PA. process. I couldn't find my Jamar shirt today, so I had to like get the bucket hat going. So same thing. So you notice sometimes when you have these and it's not quite round, you just have to like give it a nice pull down to get rid of that like pointed mark. And you're just gonna make sure that you go in between all the gaps. So for this tree, we're gonna use Jamar Fuchsia. And we're gonna start at the bottom at 10 inches with a 4.5 inch like little centerpiece. Like, thanks to Jamar for giving me these balloons. This is freaking amazing. I called Mateo like kind of like last minute and said I need balloons, please help. And they were able to get these to me like in no time. So 10 inches is 1.4 on the PA. I like to round my balloons. And then you're going to do 4.5, which is with 5-inch balloons. And so you just put those little tiny ones on. And it is at 0.5. So now this is your first layer, okay? This is that's what gives you that Christmas tree shape and keeps it flat. So you want to make sure to give it a kind of good connection point here. Let's do that. And then find a gap in the 5-inch. There we go. We've got the gap here, and give it a little snug down. The next portion of like the flat pack that's really important is getting that 4-pack. That's what gives you that gap that it makes it super flat. And that's at 4.5 as well. So we're just going to put that, I'm going to twist it in. And you're just going to kind of snug it in. For the first few layers, it can be a little bit difficult to kind of get it snug, but it'll all work out in the end. So our next layer is 9 inches. So it's 2 11-inch and 2 5-inch. So 9 inches is 1.2. Always do your own calibrations on every machine because every machine can be a little bit different. And the 2 littles on this one is 4.5, which is 0.5. So the same thing again. So I'm going to make sure you can see it. So these are your bigs and your smalls go in between, okay? And just give it a nice push. So our next layer is the 4s, and it's going to be at 4 inches, which is 0.4. And it's the same thing. You're going to kind of twist it on, make it nice and snug, and kind of drop it in there. So we're kind of slowly dropping sizes on the sides of your tree, but as well in the center. That's what gives you that angled shape. So that was our 4-inch. Now we're moving on to the 8-inch and 4-inch. So the 8-inch is sized at 1.0 on this machine anyways. Okay, so we're getting there. Our next set of 4 in the center is 4 inch as well. I didn't change the setting, so that's not good. I'm sure that if you know me, I'm like always making jokes and laughing, so this is really hard because I'm not really talking to anyone. But I appreciate you all for being on here and watching this and having a party. Same thing here. Nice and snug. So I'll turn it so you can see it again. So you can see that it's nice and snug. You're getting that flat look. Okay, so next up is we've got 3 layers. Done the 4 inch, so we're going to do 4 inch littles and then 7.5 inch larger. 7.5 is at 0.8. Perfect. And then the next ones are 4 inches as well. Yes, always confusion. When you're moving between sizes, just make sure to like keep a good eye on it. And our next one will be 7 inch and 3.5. The 3.5 inches at 0.3. And your 7 inch is at 0.6. I will answer questions at the end if anybody has any, but I truly can't see the screen. I'm like squinting to see it. So, and then we're gonna do another 3.5 at 4 inches, at another 3.5 with your 5 inch balloons. The great thing about these machines, as you can see, like they move so fast. So like between hand pumping and like any other pump that doesn't like have as much like a strong capacity for this, you'll move slower. Like as you can see, we're already there. We're getting really close. And it's Friday. I don't want to like waste your time. You probably have like amazing things to do, or you're prepping for like a really big weekend. Hopefully a really big weekend. So the next one is 6.5 inches with the 3.5 small. 6.5 is at 0.5. And then we're doing the 3.5 inch of the 5 inch for the middle. we're moving down to 3 inches for those littles and a 6-inch. So 3 inches, 0.2. That's kind of like the smallest you should go on this machine. Then you could get out your hand pump if you wanted. 6 inches on this machine is 0.4. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. We're going to do another 3 inches. 0.2. And you'll make a quad. We got a small little hole. It happens. I like to put a 5-inch balloon kind of on the top here. Like my littlest just walked in. She's supposed to be reading your questions, but she chose to get shawarma instead. So we're gonna do 3 inches again here. So that's your 2 at 3 inches, and then we're doing 5.5 inches. Which is 5.5 inches will be your 0.3. Perfect. If you have questions, Claire's here to tell me what you might say. Can you read it, Claire? Yeah. Oh. Nothing yet, eh? So same thing again, just round these out because they're a little bit big for this size. We're almost there. And then our last quad is going to be 3 inches. So that is our tree, but obviously we need to add something to make it more like a tree. So you could either add like a few more smaller ones to make that angular if you didn't want to add like a topper on, but we will add, this is for my friend Lily who loves hearts, all things hearts. So I'm using Jamar balloon dashes. So it's funny because I asked Mateo and Maria why Jamar has their own brand, and the reason is that they didn't say balloon dashes before, so they wanted people like balloon professionals like us when we're on jobs and such, that everything that we're using has like it shows that it's for balloon people and not just for like wood, fabric, glass. Like, so prior to them doing that, it didn't say balloons. So now it does. I thought that was really interesting. So we're gonna add a few more hearts on here. The other ones I really love are the, not dashes, they're like the longer ones. I can't remember what they're called. But you could dress this up any way you kind of want. Stars, hearts, like any type of little kind of object, or like you could even put like eucalyptus on there, or like other foils that would be really cute.
Someone said, how much do you sell this for?
Whew. Did they really? So I told Claire, I'm like, here's the kind of questions people would ask. So to me, this is very similar to a column. Where I live is kind of a small town. So it's like one of those questions that's hard to answer, but probably in and around like $200 would be like kind of reasonable in my area. But to me, it's all about like perceived value. So the more you add to it, like the more it's worth. So I'm going to heat seal one more, and then ask any questions to Claire here if you want, and she'll tell me. And then you got a watch? I think you got one.
This is cute for Valentine's Day.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. You could do a really cute one for Halloween, so that would be...
Kristen said so cute.
Oh, Kristen. Hi, Kristen. But you can see how fast and easy this is. So we're at like 20 minutes, maybe. If I were going to go on a job and I needed to do this, like make it on my job, I'd make sure that I wrote the number on each one to know my layers. I think that's really important to do.
Kristen said hi to me.
Hi. We're almost done, and then you guys can go back to work or whatever you're doing. You know, one more little heart. Let's see. But they're great. This is great for small spaces. But you can see...
Someone said, will you share the sizes again?
Heck yeah, I will. What I'll do is if you head over to my Instagram, or you know what, I'll put it even on this having a party post so you can see it. And but if you go to my Instagram, I'll make sure that it's, when you swipe, that all those numbers are there for you. But you can see it's nice and flat. Super cute. I'll bring the other one.
It fell off.
Oh no. Oh, it did. You're right. Thanks, Claire.
No problema.
No problema. All right. Any more questions before I leave you so you can go back to your daily fun? Thanks to Having a Party for having me. Thank you to Float for thinking of me and choosing me to do this amazing teachable moment with Having a Party. And I hope to see you guys all at Float 2024 in March. And come to my class. I'd love to see you. If you make these trees and you want to show me, I'd love to see them. And let me put them in frame for you so you can see it one more time.
Someone said, I like your studio.
Oh, thank you. Yes, the slide is a real asset. Right, Claire?
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything you see in this picture is clean, and everything around it is not clean. So that's why we're kind of over here. So I hope you guys all have an amazing Friday. And thanks again having a party. Joe, Larry, I'll see you guys at Float or my next adventure. You never know. Have a good night, guys.